Order filled. Order filled. 25 years old, you can be out there at the U.S. Open playing singles.
Can I just go back to the brands? Because you were talking about Lulu and Vuori and all of these. And what happened to the old brands? Meaning, where is Nike in all of this these days? Are they still making money in this, or they've basically given up on tennis?
No,
they're on the players, but they've scaled back in terms of what they used to be doing. I would have thought between paddle and all of the other racquetball sports, that this would be like a huge new market for all these guys, and no one's doing it.
Well,
they're not doing it, but there's a lot more competition, I'd say.
So I think what Nike's done is they focused on the very best players. So they have Sinner and Alcaraz,
right,
who are the icons.
No, they're the
on
top,
the
but that's
side.
it.
They have Sabalenka on the women's side. They have Qinwen Zhang, this Chinese woman who's amazing. And so that's been their focus. But I also think it's other brands have made big investments. I mean, they're paying a lot of money to get these players. And so you see, it's not just that Nike's giving them up. It's other brands have seen the power of tennis and want to get involved.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to ask, what was the driving force behind the changing demographics that you talked about? Was it the player stories themselves? Was it the media element of it? The expanded timeline this year for the U.S. Open? What is it that...
It's such a good question. When I bought our event in 2019, and just fun story, I was a ball kid when I was a little boy at the tournament that I now own, and I wanted to make sure it would stay in my city, so I bought it in 2019. And the bear case then was Roger, Rafa, Serena were retiring, tennis is going to fade away. What I believed is this next generation of players, and I knew the Frances of the world, the Ben Sheltons, are amazing. They just never got the attention because all the attention was on the other players. Now you see these young players, they're amazing on social media, they have great personalities, and they're diverse themselves. Frances Ben, all these, Coco Gauff is extraordinary. And so just like in any other sport, they're role models, and they're inspiring these young kids of all types to come out and be part of tennis.
It's interesting that you obviously own a tournament in tennis, you own teams in other sports. Are there similar models there? I mean, what do you learn from one to the other? Obviously, you can't own a tennis player. Maybe you could do a deal of that ilk, but it's a different way of getting a piece of a sport. Yeah,
it's been really interesting being involved in both because there are lessons learned in both. I think the unique thing that we can bring to tennis to other sports is it's not just, if you go to the U.S. Open, it's not just 1 2-hour game. If you do a good job of creating an amazing fan experience, people will come for 6-7 hours and they'll come back and back and back and back. And so if you go to tennis, it's an event. Right? If you talk to your friends
You've only got 2 weeks of the year where you can attract them.
Well, that's the thing, but people love it and they come out every single day and they stay there forever because it's more than just what's happening on the court. There's great food, there's great shopping, there's great bars, there's venues. It's an experience. And so I think taking that mindset and taking it to other sports is a real opportunity. And you see the best teams doing it. Like the best football teams create a curb to stadium experience that starts the minute you get there. You get there early, tailgate, you stay after the game. I think that's something that we can take in other sports.
Could there be more of a global league, like sort of what Liv done with tennis, where you could own it all year round rather than just the big tournaments?
Tennis already is a global sport and the calendar is really full. I was involved in World Team Tennis. That was actually my start in the sports business. It's just the calendar's gotten very condensed, so it's hard to find windows to do that.
Can I ask you about sports rights generally? Some people would say this is a massive bubble. Right now, everybody just wants to talk about sports. They want to talk about live sports. Yeah. They want to put on, people are buying rights to, drone shows, anything, right? I mean, anything that moves, that's live, people think has sort of a newfound value. And what I can't figure out is there's only so much time in the day, right? Yeah. And between live news, between podcasts now, between sports, does anyone watch a drama or a comedy anymore? I don't know. I mean, honestly, do you think that all of this will be able to keep up?
So I think the biggest and best sporting events and media properties are just continue to go up because we're all trying to find places where the whole audience comes together and in a very fragmented media world, and that's sports. I mean, you look at 2 years ago, of the 100 highest ranked TV shows in America, 94 were NFL games and 3 were college football games. So it's the place that people go. But what's happened is more people want to own sports teams and they become more unaffordable. Then people say, well, I can't own an NFL team. Maybe I'll own a hockey team or a baseball team. Then that becomes higher. And then people go, well, I can buy a drone team or I can buy one of the other things. And people want. And so a little bit this is fueled by people wanting to be involved. And also
sure, I'm
making
just wondering whether you think sailing is going to become like a major sport one day or not.
I honestly think it's like any industry. I think some will work and some won't. By the way, SailGP is unbelievable. Like, it's an unbelievable thing. Whether it becomes a big thing is hard to know. Some of these I think will work and some will go away, just like in any industry.
In terms of how it links back with the media, I'm really interested if you think, obviously Apple bought MLS rights globally, to distribute rather than the leagues doing deals in different geographic regions. A lot of talk now, given the success of the F1 movie, will they try and do the same for Formula One, which is obviously quite a global sport? Do you think we'll see more deals like that? Global deals for distribution, even if it's a national league? Yeah,
I think, like in tennis, where my tournament's in 170 countries, but it's more country by country. I think it's just going to depend. Oftentimes, you do better going to each country and finding the broadcaster or the streaming partner that wants to pay the most, and you aggregate that. Sometimes there might be someone like a brand like Apple that just wants to own it globally, and that'll be who will win those bids.
I mean, NFL is obviously such a US-led sport, so it doesn't necessarily apply to that. But I guess the next step would be, maybe the Premier League soccer or F1 are kind of global enough that should the leagues just deliver it themselves, pay-per-view globally on PremierLeague.com or F1.com, or do you think we never quite get to that?
That's a debate, and you see a lot of leagues in the U.S. have their own channels and start to experiment with their own platforms. What you find is there's a lot of value in being on a platform that has audiences outside of the people that watch your sport, right? So the value of being on an ESPN is that you get the general sports fan. And if you're only broadcasting to your fans, you don't get that engagement with people who are less involved. So I think there's always going to be a place for multi-sport platforms. And I think it's smart for the leagues and the tennis and the different sports to participate in those as well.
Two other things. Castle,
Yeah.
you have a pretty interesting perspective on what's happening in office places and the like. It's a security company. What are you actually seeing? We keep talking about, like, are people really back? Still companies that we're all here 5 days a week, but there's a lot of places in the country that are not.
Yeah, so that is the trend. I mean, executives have wanted to get their people back by and large for a really long time. It just took a long time to be able to make that change. But you see, Jamie Dimon was early, David Solomon. AT&T just came out and said, if you want hybrid work, this isn't the company for you. So you're seeing that. What you see in the data is interesting. Our data at Castle, which is kind of the big source, says that 55% is back to 55% of what it used to be. But that's across regions and across days of the week.
55% is just half of what it used to be.
Yeah, a little, but here's the thing. What you'll see is that that's a weekly average. So on Fridays, it's down to 35%. So that brings down the average. And it's also across property types. When you go to Class A+ buildings on the peak days, it's now 95%. So in the best buildings, in the biggest cities, it's basically back to normal. That's the thing that I think that the data shows.
Okay, final question, because I did mention SPACs at the beginning. Yeah. You were one of the originators of this. I mean, really, like the OGs in this world. And then it got sort of a bad name, not your own, but other people who sort of took advantage and went a little too far. It's back now. I mean, SPACs are coming back. Chamath has a new SPAC. He's back. Yeah. What do you make of this? And should we be anxious, nervous? Is this a big opportunity? What's your take?
Yeah, I mean, we were involved in the early days when there were a lot less of them. And we did it because it was a really great vehicle for us to take stakes in companies that we would then be part of and help and build and grow that we're still part of today. That was the idea. It obviously got really crowded. And when that happened, like all capital markets, it honestly became a mess. The market's back. It's becoming crowded again. A lot of people want us to go do it again. Right now, I'm really happy with what we're working on, so we're probably not going to do it. I think it's a lot better when there's fewer people in it than when there's a lot. I think you will see deals that get done that work, and you'll see a lot that don't work. Investors on the front end do get protection. They can always get their money back, and that's one of the reasons that it explodes when there's interest, because people figure, I can always get my money back if it's not going to work out, up until the point that there's a deal. But for the moment, we're really happy with what we're working on.
Okay. Mark, we're going to leave it there. Have fun at the Open in the next 2 weeks. Coming up, we just told you about the record-setting price paid for a trading card. We told you about it. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. It was an autographed card. It sold for $13 million. We didn't know who the buyer was. And it just so happens that we figured out literally as the show was on, I got a text from the buyer that he is the buyer, and he's going to be on the broadcast right after this. So don't go anywhere. We will make the big reveal.
I'm happy. I'm happy to have gold. I have gold as a hedge against inflation. I know that this is the only thing that represents real money. I've had a portfolio of course, stocks, but no one ever talked about gold as part of your portfolio. To make a long story short, I end up buying gold for the first time. And boy, was I excited. What I like about owning physical gold is that I'm in control of my money. No one else has his hands on it, but I can put my hands right on it right now. If I need it right away, it's there.
If you would like to learn more about why physical gold should be an important part of your portfolio, simply call to receive the complete guide to buying gold, filled with new and exclusive information, including facts you should know about making any gold, silver, platinum, or palladium purchase. Call now to also receive our new 2025 Global Gold Forecast Special Report. Inside, you'll find the real issues on why you need to start owning gold today. You can also receive a copy of our new report, Protection in the Risk Zone. U.S. Money Reserve can walk you through the 3 simple steps of transferring your existing 401k or IRA into a precious metals IRA backed by physical gold to further protect your assets from market instability. Pick up the phone and call U.S. Money Reserve, America's Gold Authority, right now to get your free gold kit and IRA information, including the 3 simple steps for transferring your existing 401k, 403b, and traditional IRA. With more than 2 decades in business, over $3 billion in transactions, and more than 1 million clients worldwide, U.S. Money Reserve is one of the most dependable gold distributors in America.
It's been a long week. You've got a long to-do list, and you're starting to run a little short on groceries. Thankfully, you have DoorDash, and top-rated shoppers will deliver groceries right to your door as if you picked them all yourself. You will have to put them in the fridge yourself, though. Put your groceries in good hands. Order all your groceries with DoorDash.
Together, your love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Welcome back. So we told you just a little while ago about a record-breaking price for this card. Take a look at it. It features Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, sold for $12.9 million over the weekend. This is the most ever paid for a sports card. We didn't know who had bought said card. Nobody knew. It was an anonymous purchase at the time. And as we're talking about it on the air, I get a text message from the man who says he is the buyer of that card. And we want to welcome him on the broadcast. We literally organized this in the last 10 minutes. Kevin O'Leary, you are the buyer of that card, sir?
I'm one of 3. We formed a syndicate so we didn't have to compete with each other. Matt Allen, Paul Warshaw, both legends in the hobby. Shine is the nickname of Matt Allen. He was the guy that did the research, but we bought it together. Yes, we did. And I'm very proud to own it. I've been looking at this asset class now for 3 years. It's an extraordinary return, as you just said yourself on your own card.
Yeah, so hold on, but so you've been looking at this specific card. Do you own a lot of other basketball cards?
Yes, we do. We do. We've been very, very specific. I've kind of looked at the research back in contemporary art and modern art. The majority of the capital gains accrue to the rarest Pollocks or, Warhols, pieces that are extraordinarily priced, you think, and then you wait a decade and look at them again and see you get extraordinary capital gains. It's a very thin market, but as an alternative asset class, I'm all in, Andrew.
So, had you guys all teamed up in advance, or were you all looking at the card and then decided, that you needed to team up because the price was either going to get too high or you wanted to keep...
Paul Warshaw, the guy that I mentioned is in the syndicate, got me into the hobby about 3 years ago. I was a business partner with him, and I just started, and I thought it was nuts. I said, why would anybody pay $1 million for a piece of cardboard? He said, you don't get it. And I slowly kept looking at the numbers. I'm the analytical guy in the group. I just kept looking at the numbers. Those two guys are crazy hobbyists, but together, we did do that. We stayed up till 3 in the morning on Saturday night. One of Matt, or Shine as he's called, was in Spain. Warshaw was in Miami. And we got together on a Zoom, and my wife thinks I'm nuts, I can tell you that. She just went to bed saying, this is too crazy. You guys are all crazy. And I woke up with her the next day, and we owned the card.
Kevin, great to see you. It's Wilf here. What do you think's driving the incremental values for this? Because it is different from those classic old pieces of art that could be hung in a museum and tons of people will come and pay and see. This is shared between three of you. You're not even really going to be looking at. Do you think it's just driven by the growing 1% or 0.1% of wealth at the top end that has more money to spend, or not?
No, I think it's getting institutional in nature in terms of hedge funds, high net worth, et cetera. Remember, these cards stay in vaults in perpetuity. I mean, I may handle it once in my life, but it's an image that is passed around digitally. You showed it. It's on my phone. Right. It remains there that way. Everybody knows about this card. That gold logo man made it magic, and it's one of the most coveted pieces on earth. It's no different than collectible watches in some way, an FP Journe, which I'm wearing on my wrist. It reminds me of that market. It's so rare that the prices continue to appreciate, and they seem to defy recessions.
Kevin, so this price tag with $13 million effectively, when you mathed it out for your business partners, you said, we're going to get X return on this when? What are you even looking at in your mind?
I don't think this piece will come to market again during my lifetime, Andrew. It's going to be a part of an index that I'm going to continue to grow along with my partners. We look at it no different than our Bitcoin holdings, our Ethereum holdings, our gold holdings. For me, this is going to be a 5% weighting in my portfolio, maybe more. I don't see it any differently than any of those other asset classes. However, it's a lot more fun. The people I'm meeting in the hobby are truly crazy.
Okay, I got one more question for you before you go. It is a curveball, but because I haven't seen you in a long time, and we always have some pretty raucous debates about capitalism, I am so curious, if you'd indulge me, what your opinion is of the government, U.S. government, taking a stake in Intel on Friday. Do you have a take on this, sir? I bet you do.
Yes. I abhor this idea. I really do. What has made America so great for 200 years is the government stays in its lane and the private sector does what it does so successfully and attracts 52 cents of every dollar from around the world into its capital markets. We let dead old companies die in our version of capital markets. Intel should have been sold for car parts 3 years ago. I do not want to invest in it as an investor, and I have no interest in taking my tax dollars and giving it to a company that has performed so miserably. Why would anybody want to own this thing? Take it behind the barn and shoot it. That's what should be happening to Intel.
Kevin O'Leary, tell us what you really think. We appreciate you calling in today. It's great to see you. Congratulations on winning this auction. And thank you for watching the broadcast and texting in and jumping on the air so quickly. Appreciate it.
Take care.
You bet. Thanks. It is just past 8 a.m. right now on the East Coast. You're watching Squawk Box on CNBC. I'm Andrew Ross Sorkin, along with Leslie Picker and Wilfred Frost, in for Joe and Becky on this last week of August, but a very busy one nonetheless. Leslie.
Yeah, let's take a look at the futures at this hour. Still in the red. The Dow implied to open about 84 points lower. The NASDAQ implied to open about 75 points lower. For more on the markets, let's get to Mike Santoli at the New York Stock Exchange. Good morning, Mike.
Morning, Leslie. Yeah, market's taking just a little bit of a beat after Friday's very strong upside reaction to Fed Chair Powell's Jackson Hole speech. The S&P was up 1.5%. It did just finish slightly short of a new closing high, although other indexes like the Dow did hit a new high. Here is the S&P 500 starting mid-summer of last year, which I wanted to show because this is the choppiness we saw in August and September. And one of those little rallies was post-Jackson Hole last August 23rd. We did get a little bit of a relief. The Powell basically said rate cuts are coming probably in September, just as he said on this Friday. He did get a bad jobs report in early September that did cause a little bit of a gut check, and then it was up and away from there. So even though it was very positive action, 90% of all volume in the New York Stock Exchange to the upside on Friday, you have to be aware that we've, didn't really give back very much going into this. So we are near new highs and trying to metabolize all that it means. Take a look at the more aggressive parts of the S&P 500, known as the high beta segment. And this is on a year-to-date basis. And exactly how it has lifted off relative to the S&P 500 itself, as you can see, almost basically at a new high as well. So this shows that the more volatile, lower quality, more aggressive parts of this market have actually been riding high for a bit. It's a little bit of a funny moment to be considering getting rate cuts into a pretty flush market with very good credit conditions. Now take a look here at banks relative to the AI trade, AI ETF, AIQ in particular. And this is over a 1 year. I just thought it was great that they're basically synchronous at this point. And in fact, banks, this is as measured by the KBW Banks ETF, is leading the way at this point. So that usually is a pretty good signal when banks are part of the leadership group. You got cyclicals working as well. So all to the good. Last week, we were having a rethink of the AI trade. I don't know if that was just kind of an excuse for why the mega caps are backing off, but it's worth listening this week to the message of the market with regard to AI versus the rest, guys.
Yeah, it really feels like sentiment-wise, anyone who's concerned about concentration or overspending in AI looks to banks kind of to supplant that. Mike, thank you very much. Mike Santoli. Joining us now, Steph Link, Chief Investment Strategist and Portfolio Manager at Hightower Advisors, as well as a CNBC contributor. Steph, this is right in your wheelhouse. Good morning. I don't know if you heard much of what Mike was just talking about, but essentially he was comparing the performance of banks relative to AI and how they've been kind of running in tandem recently and kind of the rotations there. How do you see those two sectors? I know both of them are kind of near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, I like both sectors. I'm overweight both sectors. Especially on the large cap banks. I still think there's room to go, especially because we haven't even begun to see the IPO activity really heat up. M&A is starting, but hasn't really heated up. And deregulation is absolutely perfect for this sector. And so I know the stocks have run a lot and people are worried about the multiples, but I think you're going to see multiple expansion, especially as the capital levels get eased, right? That the requirements get eased, and then they can buy back stock, they can do M&A themselves, and they can lend. And so that's really important. So that's on the financial side. On the AI side, I think we're in the first or second innings. And as you and I've talked many times, if you really do believe in AI, which I do, I think you do as well, many of us do, then you have to build data centers. And we only have 11,000 data centers in the world. We have 5,400 here in the States. We have to get that number closer to like 30,000 between now and 2030. So you want to own the data center build out. And of course, the grid has not been upgraded in over 50 years. 75% of the grid is over 25 years old. So you have to believe in the grid, too, if you believe in all this other stuff. And of course, we're undersupplied in power. So I think both can work. I think the fourth quarter setup is excellent, given that we just got the pivot. Maybe September's volatile, but you use that volatility to be buying, and you buy kind of broad base. You can buy AI if you want. I like the industrial AI plays. You can buy the technology sectors as well, but I do think that financials, industrials, materials, discretionary are really positive areas to buy. Yeah.
Yeah, and just the overall contribution of that CapEx spending to GDP growth is another kind of follow through. Steph, really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
Still to come, the battle for AI dominance. We'll take a look at which stocks are in the lead. Squawk Box coming right back.
In Gabby's 4 years at Walmart, she's become a certified technician, doubled her salary, supported both her mom and her son. Who knew your career could drive your future?
I knew.
At Public, the high-yield cash account's a no-brainer. I know my money's working hard for me, and I know I can access it anytime I need it. It's very simple. Better rates mean faster growth, and that's exactly what I need.
An important day is coming for every American with money in the markets, and it'll be here sooner than you think. I predict this stock bull market will end with an epic crash. I believe another epic stock crash is coming for the markets, based on 100 years of data. My name is Mark Chaikin. I spent 50 years on Wall Street, where I helped create an entire stock rating system. I've met everyone from George Soros to Warren Buffett. I got my broker's license in 1966 and have invested through 9 recessions, plus countless panics and bull markets. And I found there's one incredible indicator to help identify big market turns. I used this indicator in 2018 when I told Jim Cramer stocks would fall. I used it in 2020 to help folks get back into stocks. I used this indicator again in 2021 to beg folks not to sell when so many were panicking, and again in March of 2022 to predict a crash. I used the same indicator to predict a new bull market in January of 2023, and again in 2024 when I told Business Insider the bull market would continue. And now I'm using the exact same indicator yet again to detail why there's a 90% chance the market will end the year up in 2025, backed by historical data, before crashing in 2026. Look, if you have money in the markets, you must know 2 critical things right now.
Order
First,
filled.
what to own in 2025 as the market
Order
continues
filled.
higher.
Order
filled.
And second, exactly
Order
when the market
filled.
is likely to crash in 2026. I put together a free presentation that explains everything,
Order
including
submitted.
the exact month stocks are most likely to crash next year. You can watch my new presentation free of charge. To learn more, visit the website
Order
below.
submitted.
Alphabet shares hitting an all-time high on Friday. The stock rallying into the weekend on news that Apple's exploring using Google's AI model Gemini to power Siri. Joining us to discuss, Mark Mahaney, Evercore ISI head of internet research. Alphabet is his top long-term large-cap internet stock pick. Mark, great to see you. Long time no speak. So, is this a big positive potentially that this is being considered for Alphabet, or also a revealing negative for Apple?
I guess I'll take the first interpretation of those two, Wilfred, and it's good to see you again too. Let's see. I think it's just a small marker, but it's another one that indicates that that Google is running the race. It's in the leadership position, or one of the leaders in AI. And I think a couple of months ago at 160, when the stock was down there, I think there were real fears that it was going to be left behind. But look, with Gemini, I think they've got one of the best large language models out there. They've obviously got a wonderful distribution platform in Google, the most widely used internet asset out there. And then we've also got coming up this week, almost certainly, a judge's decision in the antitrust monopoly case. We hope that it's going to be a clearing event. It's very hard to handicap the outcome of the event. But if you look at all of the AI companies that are out there, this is the cheapest one. I mean, it trades at the direct AI companies. This trades at 19 times earnings. And I think there's still material upside. That's why we like the stock.
Do you think when the dust settles that it'll be like Google is as a search engine, free for everyone to use and monetize through advertising, or with the early signs on these AI models is that you have to pay for them? Which will win out?
Well, my guess is that they'll do a combo. I would think you'd keep your options open and you do both. There will be people that will be willing to spend $20 a month and some a lot more, but for access to the most leading edge Gen AI features. And that's what they've been doing so far. I don't think it's a massive revenue stream for Google, but it's a nice diversification, away from advertising. And I step back and I think about that. The core catalyst on Google here, remains getting the search business to sustain a double-digit revenue growth, which I think it can do. I don't see any evidence that it's losing any share in commercial searches. And then you've got these really nice positive assets in YouTube, which is re-accelerating, Google Cloud, which is re-accelerating, and then I love this Waymo asset that just continues to grow and get bigger, and it's the leading play off maybe the most interesting physical manifestation of AI, which is robotaxis.
Mark, quick extra question. I wanted to ask you about the story about Meta putting a hiring freeze on AI headcount. Is that something we expected and they'd made a decision and then they slowly make an announcement? Or is this a sort of wake-up moment for them of,
order canceled.
Oh my gosh, we've massively overspent in this area? Is it incremental for you on your view on the stock or not?
Not really. I'm sort of skeptical that there's been a real pullback in intensity, AI intensity at Meta. Look, I spent a lot of time with Amazon, Google, and Meta, and I haven't seen any of those companies really materially pull back. There may be little stops and starts, but the lean in, the spend is growing each year, and it's growing aggressively because these companies are really feeling like or believe that they're getting a great return on that spend. And I think Meta's proved that with its revenue results and its profitability results. So I'd be shocked if they really were to start materially cutting back. They may slow down the pace from time to time, but it's going to get bigger for them.
Mark, great stuff. Thanks so much. Good to see you.
Thanks, Wilfred.
Okay. Coming up, Kevin Hassett, National Economic Council Director, joining us to talk about the government stake in Intel and some of the other big economic stories, including what Jay Powell said on Friday. And then later, venture capitalist Tim Draper on Bitcoin and the next wave of AI and where he's finding investing opportunities, a conversation you do not want to miss. I promise you it's going to make news. We're coming right back.
See, I made this one crooked.
This moment, story time for Sarah. It means everything to them and to all of us. At Evernorth, we make complex care journeys simpler with comprehensive coordinated care for better patient outcomes. Now, Sarah's grandma doesn't spend all day at the infusion center. She gets her treatment at home with Evernorth's specialty pharmacy, Accredo. So Sarah never misses story time. Evernorth Specialty Services, because every moment counts.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV to 710-710 to learn more.
We're Public Rec. For guys who don't do fussy or fashiony, stretchy, breathable, and built to fit. It's a cheat code for looking good, minus the effort. Stay you. We'll keep you comfortable while you do it.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. That's actually an elaboration on point 2, but it counts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. 6, you can bring your own phone if you want. 7, also your number. Bring that too. 8, are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, it's just...
Now that I'm a mom, things are different. Verizon's different too. They let everyone in my family choose different plans. We get what we want and we save money. Love that for me.
You were bound by the chains of duty. Until true love turned the whole world on its head. And all the while, you were watching clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Welcome back to Squawk Box. President Trump announcing Intel has agreed to give the U.S. government a 10% stake in the company. Joining us right now, talk about that and so much more. We're going to talk about Jay Powell and everything else. White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett. Kevin, it is great to see you this morning. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
So here's the question. Ronald Reagan famously said the 9 most terrifying words in the English language are, "I'm from the government and I'm here to help." Right? You remember that line, and it's a line that I think it's been used by Republicans for the last several decades, until maybe Friday. Can you explain the rationale behind taking this 10% stake?
Right. Well, it's not really a taking, right? The bottom line is that because of the CHIPS Act, the U.S. government had decided to give a whole bunch of money to Intel, and the President Trump and Howard Lutnick, Secretary Lutnick, talked to Intel about the progress they were making in the hurdles that they had to hop over in order to get the money, and I don't think they're particularly happy with that progress. And so in the end, they worked out a deal where Intel is going to get the CHIPS money, but in exchange, we're going to get some equity. And equity is not voting, so there's not going to be government intrusion into the business of Intel. It's more like a down payment on a sovereign wealth fund, which many, many countries have.
Kevin, though, is this the beginning of a larger effort by the U.S. government to take equity stakes in other industries that we subsidize or other companies in the AI and chip space that we subsidize? So a good example is AMD. Another example might be Taiwan Semiconductor.
Right. Well, I think this is a very, very special circumstance because of the massive amount of CHIPS Act spending that was coming Intel's way. But the president has made it clear all the way back to the campaign that he thinks that in the end, it would be great if the U.S. could start to build up a sovereign wealth fund. And so I'm sure that at some point there'll be more transactions, if not in this industry, in other industries.
Okay, so we should expect the U.S. government to be taking more equity stakes in businesses around the country. That is something that if you're a CEO this morning watching us, you should say, okay, the Sovereign Wealth Fund may be coming and trying to effectively buy in some kind of equity stake.
It's possible. Yeah, that's absolutely right. You know, that if the stay out of it.
Well, it goes back a little bit to the Ronald Reagan quote that I started with, which is when, for many, many years, you know, you and I used to have conversations about Solyndra and how I think you thought that that was a terrible, terrible mistake for the U.S. government to be getting involved in. We have been exporting the idea of a free market around the world for as long as I can remember, and this is a major shift. Do you not agree?
No, I think this is a very special case of Biden committed the money. You know, President Trump and Howard Lutnick weren't very clear that they wanted to continue to let the money go out because the paths weren't being crossed, the hurdles weren't being crossed. And so I think it's a very special case. But again, the general principle that if the U.S. government is able to create a situation that benefits everybody, that it should benefit the taxpayers too.
But if you're saying that this is really just the beginning of more as it relates to a sovereign wealth fund or something else, it would be suggestive of something very different. And I wonder how we in the United States and maybe even around the world should think about the idea of national champions, which is something that we've been, and the Republican Party in particular, has been quite critical of for years.
No, I mean, we're absolutely not in the business of picking winners and losers, but this is not a thing that is unprecedented. If you look at it right now, the U.S. government owns most everything of Fannie and Freddie. And the president, led by Bill Pulte and Howard Lutnick and Scott Bessent, are studying what should we do with that equity in Fannie and Freddie right now. They've been bringing in Wall Street leaders to discuss it as well. And so it's not unprecedented for us to have a little bit of equity in something. And again, what President Trump wants to do at all points in time is maximize the value of taxpayer dollars.
Well, let me ask you this then. In terms of improving the future of Intel, one of the things that it needs more than anything else is demand for its chips. which it does not have at the moment. And so there's two ways to get there. One is just make better chips, which they need to do, but the other is they're going to have to find customers. And the question is whether you believe that this administration is going to use its influence with other companies that would otherwise be the buyers of these chips to buy said chips. We had a period of time, remember, where Gina Raimondo in the Biden administration was trying to persuade Amazon and so many other companies to buy these chips unsuccessfully at the time, but criticized, if I remember, by Republicans for doing such a thing. So do you believe that someone from the administration is going to call up any of the tech companies and say, you know, you're building a data center, we'd love for you to use Intel chips?
No, I don't expect that's what's going to happen. I think what is going to happen is with the cash inflow that they've gotten, in addition to some money from outside private funders, Intel's going to get its act together and once again become the leader in chip space.
Can I ask one related question? Because I wonder if you think there's a historical sort of rewrite of history. Some people have suggested that the Biden administration should have taken equity the first time around when the CHIPS Act was first put in place. And the reason I'm curious about that is because I think at the time it was clearly to incentivize chip companies to come to the United States, do business, build fabs, and that fabs at the time were considered uneconomical, meaning companies didn't want to do this unless they could be subsidized. Now, maybe you could argue that given the tariff regime that's been put in place, it's changed the economics of what the playing field looks like today. But at the time, I think it would have been very difficult to go to these companies and say, I'm going to give you cash, you're going to give me equity, because I think they would have said to you, then please don't give me the cash. Am I wrong?
Well, again, if you're a company that's losing money, the equity doesn't have much, if any, value. And the bottom line is that President Trump is building an America First agenda that includes, as you say, tariffs, which will make it so that people are much more incented to bring their production onshore. And so 100%, we expect that companies like Intel that are onshoring production are going to become increasingly profitable because of the president's trade policy.
Kevin, it's Will Fair. I wanted to move the conversation on to the Fed. Did you welcome the tone of the chair's speech on Friday, the pivot, I guess, that started to appear?
Right. Yeah, I think that the pivot was accurate. It was data-driven. You know, if you look at the trailing 6-month inflation rate, it's 1.9%. Core is about 0.5% higher than that. And so inflation has gone way down. Meanwhile, the economy is looking strong, but not too strong. And so I think it's appropriate for the Fed to consider now doing what federal funds futures markets are saying they're going to do, and that's cutting rates. And so I think that the Fed's a little bit late to the game, but I thought that the presentation that Jay Powell made up at Jackson Hole was sound.
Maybe there's still time for Jay Powell to have his term extended, and you won't be considered as the replacement.
Oh, shucks, I don't know.
You think it's impossible to get back in the president's good books for Jay Powell?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
And when do you think he'll make up his mind, the president, for the vacancy there?
Well, Secretary Bessent is running a thorough search process. There are a number of really excellent candidates being interviewed by him and the president, and I would expect that this would run out for another few months before the president decides.
Kevin, Leslie Picker here. I'm curious kind of where things stand with the Section 232 review, especially in light of the strategy with Intel, with MP Materials. How are you strategically looking at kind of protecting national security crown jewels in this country, given the tariff picture as well as the potential to take stakes in certain companies?
Right. Well, you know, we've got 232 investigations and 301 investigations, and then also tariff deals that were cut left and right. You know, we've got the Koreans coming in today to hopefully finalize the deal. The bottom line is that, as you saw earlier in the spring with the rare earths and the magnets, that it's unacceptable if a potential adversary has control, a chokehold on the American economy. And President Trump's team has studied the U.S. economy and studied our trade patterns with foreign countries, and they're identifying things that need to be onshored more.
$12.9 million. He called into the show and unmasked himself right here on TV.
And he doesn't like the Intel transaction.
And he doesn't like the Intel transaction either. So lots of news for you. Wilf and Leslie, thank you. We're going to be here all week together. Make sure you join us tomorrow. Squawk on the Street begins right now.
Good Monday morning. Welcome to Squawk on the Street. I'm Carl Quintanilla. Jim Cramer's back at Post 9, along with me and David Faber here at the New York Stock Exchange. Futures are backing off a touch from Friday's big reaction to Jackson Hole and the Dow's record close. Big week ahead for the AI trade with NVIDIA, Dell, CrowdStrike, and some consumer names like Gap, Urban, and Ulta. Our roadmap begins with the market setup going into this possible September rate cut, plus, of course, some talk about NVIDIA's earnings this week.
Also ahead, the government does take that 10% stake in Intel, one of President Trump's key advisors saying more transactions could be on the way. And Keurig Dr. Pepper is buying the Dutch coffee company JDE Peet's. Price tag $18 billion. We'll talk about that deal.
Nice. Before we get to the markets, Jim, we're so glad to have you because, even in these dog days of August, a lot happened last week.
Look, I got to tell you, I thought that I had picked the right, you look at the calendar, January. All right, so what week where nothing will transpire? Well, no, that's not the world we're in. And I think that everything from a belief that Jay Powell was going to somehow be a no dove, to the president just making news like there's no tomorrow. I mean, everything does makes me feel that you can't. There's no time you can go away anymore. You just can't. I mean, look. When I was growing up, my father used to go to High Point, North Carolina, for some.
Good morning. All right, so let's see. On the 3 minutes, looks like it's gonna go up. 15 minutes up, oversold. So maybe a bounce later. Hard to tell. Right now the bot's still short at 550 on Friday. Yeah. Yeah, 550 is when the bot shorted on Friday. So for now, it's gotta wait.
You got to get that home equity loan down. That's supposed to take away.
Can't really tell, but 15 minutes looks oversold, so we might get a bounce. Who knows?
Uncertain. That's what they said. But also, we need short rates down. If only
It's because I'm awake now.
David, so I don't think. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing. What? Is something wrong?
You guys hear an echo on the TV? If I have my TV on and the mic on?
Out of practice.
I probably
Let me see.
My wife will give me.
Lovingly, so loving.
Yeah,
She's probably glad to have you back at the office.
Thank you. But my point here
yes, sir.
is that we have a situation where I am afraid that
Okay, it's pretty good.
Short end, and then the long end goes up. That's pretty good. So the mortgages don't work out, but we do get home equity loan, and we do need something going on in housing. Housing is 10% of the economy, punches above its weight, and not everything can.
All right, so we're going to get what, 25 days?
Yeah, I turned the thing off so it doesn't have an echo.
September, unfortunately, we promote historically for stock. But the journal comes in with the headline. I mean, it's just like, it doesn't ever bother you. It's like they immediately just pronounce that.
I want to go long, but not yet. Actually, I might go long. I'm long at 90. Give me 2 points and I'm out. The echo should be gone now. I hope.
The momentum trade in certain names.
Let's go. Give me a pump. Two points on what? On the trade? Yeah. It's take profit. They don't care.
You're right. And by the way, those who are probably are not making nearly as much money as those who are.
I got a guy on that's been running Kurt Wolf one tonight from Pitney Bowes. No, Taylor with Pitney Bowes. That's like that's what they got out of the one thing that's going to be the growth engine. Kurt Wolf. And then he brings in a CFO. Both on the board of GameStop. During the conference call, someone says, we've got
It might be a bad long.
We enter another week here. Nvidia earnings obviously looming a couple of days from now.
We sound like everybody. Yeah. Oh,
You're obviously on the hunt for any cliches today. Your return.
Look, I mean, people, it's the key to
relax, come back, maybe
relax. I should Croatia, feel free. Now, here's the deal. Nvidia, once again, is the key. And we have to know how China's doing. You know, it's like every cliche. Oh, that's it. That's your bar.
That's the bar.
Did you put it through?
No, I've been there. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm long. SK, I'm long at 490. But it's an eval, so it's not my funded, so it's okay.
See where it died? Was it Lazarus? Was it a Lazarus thing?
It didn't die.
Right. Well, that's why it stopped going up for a brief period.
I'm going along at 420. But I don't think we're going to hit 420.
What exception you have to stop? How do you say Palantir have suspension? Yes. And we all like to say, well, you know what? It's finished. And oh, this is the other refrain. I mean, there were guys in Croatia who came up to me, literally, in the town of Split, like Splitsville, you know, and said, literally, I think it's over. What? They've been spent. The tech companies have spent too much. I said, tell me. He says, well, AI, OpenAI. I said, well, now they're worth $500 billion for their spend. I said, well, Grok. I said, well, you know, Grok is now, if they don't stay involved, then I think they'll fall apart. You have to be number one. And then I said to him, do you remember when Google decided, you know, we're going to go full bore, but Microsoft said, yeah, we're going to stick with Bing Crosby? Bing, whatever I said. Bing.
Yeah, just Bing.
Bing. Well, I mean, so, was that a smart move? It is a battle. It's not just like let's wake up and spend a lot of billions of dollars.
Yeah, if I get out, I'm just going to wait to open. I don't want to chase anything. I should just wait for the bot to go long.
Buddy Zuckerberg's certainly not a moron either, and spending. Although last week again we got the suspension of additional spending.
Just go out again
on spending money to get new people.
Yes, hiring for
hiring.
Yes. Hey, you know we need to hire Rosen from you. He's rebuilding a team even as we speak. So I just find these guys, they're not. The people who write these headlines and write these stories saying that these people are.
Well, that's an interesting analog because the question then is there a salary cap, right? That these companies are going to face?
They're doing this. There's no salary cap. There's no salary cap in that industry. So these companies want to pull away. By the way, has it been wrong so far that they've been spending? Okay, so well maybe Amazon hasn't had as big a year as, I don't know, Norfolk Southern.
Get to the rails later. But
I knew that was a segue.
Well, to David's point, though, if Powell hadn't been dovish on Friday, we might be talking about Palantir 140 today instead of whatever it is.
But there's
you were looking for 200.
Right, okay, so now, I came close the first time.
Yes.
I made the playoffs.
Yes.
Back in the new season. I think that there's a misinterpretation. We have a market that is not like any other market that we used to have. When you have easier money, apropos, that just inspires I'm going to call them Gen Z buyers. They just go even crazier. And they use a lot of margin and they go buy a lot of stuff. They're headstrong, they're foolish, you know.
What up? What up? What up? What up? I got face. I ain't leaving. Google. Dude, it's a he. I think last week it was like, hello. Yeah. Oh, D-Vat's voice. Dude, taking the kid to school wasn't bad at all. Yeah, like, get the fuck out. I need to get out my long. I'm not liking this long. I might long another account. Let me see.
When it comes to some of these big questions in terms of agendas and how quickly that will move and whether it will replace software as a service.
Is it close to payout?
And in general, whether this is going to, the pace is going to slow a bit.
Nice, nice. Let's go. Good shit.
There was a story, I think it was a column in the journal this weekend, allows for companies to start to really try to understand how.
No, he's trying to pass the eval. 47 MNQ? Man. What do you mean? 762, that's a negative 762. It's in the brackets. No.
Start to see some of these things actually generate a return, where the efficiencies are going to come to bear that we've been talking about.
What's up, hamster? I don't know about this long anymore. I might have to cut it if we lose a lot.
You're telling me to go be like Apple and don't invest. Back to your point on the video. They're all going to.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming back spending.
That pump on Friday was stupid.
Given the fact that they're not spending the money, what do we think about that? How's that doing there? Down 9%. When it was down 30%, people talk about obituary. As a person who's written probably more than 1,000 obituaries, started buying this time of need. Boom, Apple.
Yeah, remember when investment windows used to be bearish? Google, Amazon, remember that used to be a bad thing.
But by the way, so Gap's got this famous gold base. Someone's going.
Where's Gambit? He's still sleeping?
Which is hilarious, right?
I hope Vanden keep his long. He was long last night at 560, 550. Dropped like 100 points, yeah. Bot's short still, so we have to wait for the next signal. Oh, Trump's on today. Trump's on at 10, guys. 10 a.m. Is that you, Google? I know you heard that. That's Google. You heard it, right? Cuz you heard that, right? It was Google. Yeah, that's you, Google.
The first day back from maternity leave is so weird. It's care.com.
Shut up, Mugo.
Opportunities in the business of sports and entertainment. Register now at cbcevents.com.
Come on, let's pump this Ponzi. Gotta get out as long. I ain't trying to blow up my account today. How many more days we have? 1, 2. I got 4 more days. Yeah, Trump's, what, 30 minutes after open? I want to get out and sit out. I don't think they're going to give a discount on My Funny Futures. They're going to announce something later. I don't know what it is. Morning, buddy. Are we doing a ETF straight to funded giveaway on YouTube today, okay? They have Tradeovate. Google, I'm talking to you.
Just about any car.
You should be green now, SK. You're 82, it's good. I need 90 and I'm getting out.
Newest activist investor. And earlier on Squawk today, National Economic Council Chair Hassett was asked if Intel's agreement with the White House was just the beginning when it comes to government involvement.
I think this is a very, very special circumstance because of the massive amount of chips.
Have you traded your Lucid Challenge yet? Cuz I can't hear you. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so you're waiting for people to blow up. I got you. You're under 50K, right?
I think what's been left out is the fact that
Fuck Trump 30 minutes after open. Yeah, fuck Trump.
aren't people looking at capital expenditures? Aren't they looking at people?
What do you mean 20K free accounts? What do you mean? They're giving out 20,000 free accounts? There's no way. Can you link me, TD?
Right. Well, I think right. Although
yes, they're not getting very good.
Right. But yeah, I'm talking about $9 billion in total.
Right.
2 or whatever, but 3.7, and then it ends up to 9.
Right. But
some of it will be converted from what is the.
Yeah, there's no way they'll give out 20,000 free accounts.
But it's diluting existing shareholders. It's not necessarily bringing new money to the company. Although I guess your point is they weren't hitting milestones, so they wouldn't have gotten the money.
But they weren't going to get it. So we keep forgetting that. The other thing we keep forgetting is you couldn't let this company go. It's too important company. Now we look at 25, like we $20 billion, we look at a company. What we're not looking at is that he had to raise money. Look who had to raise money. He was out there in hat in hand. Well, it wasn't clear he got to raise money. So we got the money from a real good source.
Again, they brought in equity that was otherwise going to be grants, and they are now diluting shareholders, but they are getting access to that.
Man, your singing is horrible. Don't quit your day job.
Well, actually, that was done.
No.
As well, that they were talking to about potentially also additional equity.
Right, but
because to your point, they need money.
Going well.
No, I know it's not going well. You can make the argument that this.
No way. 20,000 50K? That's crazy. In one day or for the whole year?
With the U.S. government owning 10% of a company that is not bankrupt, by the way.
50 free accounts. Okay. Oh, it's $20,000 of. I see what you're talking about.
Okay, this is Lee Iacocca recognizing that if they can't pull out of the tailspin, things could really get bad. So the government takes warrants, 14.4 million. Now the numbers sound very small. They take 14% of the company.
I thought that was loan guarantees way back.
It's loan guarantee. Now, David, this is something I think you need to know. The loan guarantee, Special Loan Guarantee Act, Congress was involved.
Oh.
I'm gonna say something mean, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
But the main thing with this analogy is that once they got the money, they invented the minivan, the K car, stock went up, the government ended up making a lot of money, more than 300 million. I helped sell the stock that they got when I was at Goldman. But the thing that people have to recognize is this could have been priced.
Oh, yeah.
What was by Congress, yes, but we're not in that mode anymore.
Was that Google? Hold on. Free account billions. Hold on. Read what Kelsey is doing. They're giving out $1 billion worth of. Yeah, wow, that is true. No way. How? That would lose so much money. Yeah, go sign up, guys. Get some freebies. That's a lot of freebies. Holy shit.
I think we do need these foundries.
Yeah, so what they're gonna do is get everybody's data and then goodbye affiliates. I mean, I'm gonna sign up if it's free. I don't care. I need some freebies too.
You'd expect here. What's that, KJ?
This is a new post from the president about what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Just people are unhappy with it.
Right. And I think the president's point is that we're going to get something for our money.
It could be the price where we ended up making a huge amount of money because once they had the money, Chrysler was alive.
But I do wonder, Jim,
whether 79.
Yes.
Oh, he ain't got no 12 million. He got something, but not 12 million.
Taiwan, for example, ever becomes something that is controlled by China.
Hold on, so the 33%, you can't use affiliates code? Oh, that's not cool. It's only for their codes. Wow. Yeah. Can you check my code so you get 35% off too? I don't think so. It's kind of messed up if it's not. I'm 100% sure it's not. That is uncool. Then what did PW get? I mean, I'm gonna use it. I want 33% off. So I want to get 5? Wow. Yeah, you're right. I want to get 5. Oh, which one? The core or? No, scale. Okay, let me try the scale with affiliate code.
There's obviously a lot to catch up on with Jim. We'll get his mad dash in the opening bell in just a minute.
Oh no, we do get 33% off. Hell yeah, I'm posting that. I love you again, MFU. I ain't gonna talk shit no more. I need to post this up. I'll delete this scale thing. Would you quit singing? You're horrible. I'm just joking. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's actually a nice discount though, for 33% off.
It's changing what I believe is possible when it comes to weight loss.
Cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop setback and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed order fill.
All right, got out. I got out. I am flat. I am not touching it. We got 20 minutes left. Yeah. I got out green.
which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems.
Yeah, 30 minutes after open, so I want to stay flat. So it's just for the scale and the pro. That's not bad. I'm gonna post this up.
Some S&P laggards. KDP, David will get you up to speed on this deal to buy the Dutch owner of Pete's Coffee. William Sonoma will talk about the impact of the news on Friday about a potential investigation into furniture, and WSM's getting swept into that. Opening bell a few moments away. Don't forget, you can catch us anytime, anywhere. Just listen to and follow the Squawk on the Street Opening Bell podcast.
What we talked about understanding what just happened.
Oh, not that bad. We get a discount to September 1st, so the whole week. And if you... Alright, bye, buddy. This is a good deal.
Also get $200 you feel like flex your credits, electricity plan from the line. Official energy provider, the Dallas Cowboys.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one.
He did. He was like, hello, earlier. I'm not joking. You can ask Hamster.
Work at 0% APR with a total value of over $5,800.
Told you. Told you. There we go. Can you see that? Okay, you can see it now on the stream. We're about to 2 minutes left. And Trump comes on 30 minutes, so careful.
You founded your kayak company because you love the ocean, not spreadsheets. You need to hire. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier.
So I might get a scale, or no, I might get a pro. Let me see how much the scale costs for 33%, 100K. It's only 100K, right? Oh, it's 100K and 150K. Okay. Ooh, that's still a lot. I can't spend that much. Unless it's straight to fund it. Yeah. It's over my budget. It's end of the month. I ain't trying to overspend. I'll let the rich people buy it. Yeah, yeah. If it's like $100, I'll get it, but that's close to 200. I'm poor.
Invest like the future is watching.
The opening bell is brought to you by Invest like the future is watching.
Okay. Let's not trade and wait for Trump to finish. Good luck, gang. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ninja Trader.
The high point of North Carolina. Yep, which still has a big show, I know. But not really by Tom's Further. No, it's being gutted. But look, all the interior decorators go down there. Okay, we don't make it here. Other than Ethan Allen, okay,
Oof, that pump. Wow. You went short? I'm just waiting. Damn, that was a good long week. If we held long earlier, but I didn't. I got scared because of Trump. See, 3 minutes. It's doing. Oh wow, it came back down. Yeah, let's just wait. There's no need of getting stuck in a position with Trump coming on in 30 minutes. Ooh, look at that dip. Oops, I did not mean a long. Oh my god, I got out. Yeah, and then it pumped right. Wow. Holy shit, wow.
Was it national security? Actually, Lazy Boy was a little exempt from the pressure because they already have some decent domestic supply base.
Did you say look, everyone of you talked to, like, if orders submitted, it's really okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna chop to Trump maybe, or it's gonna dump more. I don't know. I'm scared. Sup, Mountain? Good morning, buddy. Trump's coming on in 30 minutes, okay? So careful. Yeah, good shit, Cajun. Let's fucking go. Mugo, the only good deal is trade day and TPT. If you can get TPT, get 5 funded because the 40% is going away in a month.
Doesn't that make you feel like globalization's going to
Yeah, I think Mugo got like 5 already on that one. Yeah, I'm gonna get more TPT later before the end of the month for sure. TPT, it's great for daily payouts. Can't beat that.
I've seen cities, including one that I'm about 10 miles from, done by globalization. Big factories just taking the dividend. And making softballs next door.
Ooh, new low a day. Yeah, I was calling 420 earlier this morning too. I was like, how long at 420, but I'm stuck in the long now. I'm long at 57. I want to get out though. Just evals, I don't really care. No, the refund thing is gone, Google. That promo's gone.
Well, that is at the root of a lot of what we've been talking about now for the last 7 months.
Then someone finally stood up and said, listen, now it's maybe too late already. I mean, like, I remember that.
That short at 517 was nice at open if someone shorted. That pump was scary. Where's Gambit?
Manufacturing may in fact come back, although it's not clear it's come back yet. And it may be in the form of robots. In part now we can also go to where we stand in terms of population. And
No. What? I don't think so. 10 seconds maybe, but that's your average. 50% or 6%. They'll fine. They'll be fine. Don't worry. Hey. Got that little pump. Hey. What, you passing you Lucid already? Wait, what size are you on? Are you on 100K, 150K? Please don't tell me you're on 150K. Fuck! I need you to blow. Okay, you still need 5 days in the funding. But it's cool though, you get a payout, you know what I mean? You get a payout on 150K. That's massive, and you get $833. And you can buy me Chipotle. Yeah, that's all you need. Even the minimum payout's still a lot, isn't it? Like 2K? I don't think you can, right? Oh, gotcha.
Because they mastered supply chains a la Apple, right?
And that was a good long on my 57 earlier. Oh well.
They make some other products here, perhaps that guarantee certain amounts of spending on different things.
Not yet. He's close to passing the 150.
What many would say has been an incredible job. It's in part because he is an expert at figuring out places to go to make things as cheaply as possible. Hundreds of billions of dollars more than the U.S. government. Yeah, it's not true that wasn't part of previous commitments.
Can't believe my Funny Future's giving out 20,000 freebies. That's awesome. I hope I win. Yeah. There's no way they can do all that and pay PW 1 or 2 millions. That's just massive. A lot of money. No, all those are free activation. All the MFU doesn't have activation, so it's good. Those freebies are good.
Jim, as for the mega caps and the action on
Yeah.
Russell on Friday, Russell now is up 34%.
What's the link again so I can make sure to tag everybody to sign up for the freebies? Okay, I think I got it. I'll make sure everybody sign up for this freebies. Damn, what a pump.
For by Chelsea, actually made one of those moves without it. I said, you know what? I fear the U.S. government. I listened to Jonathan Canner, he's a contributor. He used to be Paul Weiss, my law firm. He went to the government and break it up. That was the dumbest thing I've done this year. Because if the government breaks it up, it's worth about 250 of them.
Trump's coming on in 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I can't hear you. What happened? The Pro is better because it doesn't have a weekly limits of how much you can get payout per week. But it's more expensive though. Yeah. Freebies are giving us the cheap ones, which is understandable. Yeah.
Now, obviously, Gemini, what they're doing there has become very significant.
So there's a lot of Gemini in my email this week.
Yeah, I don't know how to make money if they're giving out 20,000.
Is your Google Zero? Are you Google Zero? It's
It's on the giveaway channel. I tagged everybody, so just check the channel. You muted me because my tag is mostly for like giveaways and stuff, so don't mute. That's why you missed out on all the goodies.
Some of the parts is what YouTube alone, we've talked about this, is probably worth as much, if not more than Netflix.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wait till Trump finishes stuff. I don't want to mess it up. Yo, Gambit, Trump's coming on, okay, at 10 o'clock Eastern time. So don't be in a position. Oh, and sign up for that billion dollar giveaway on My Funny Future. It's on the giveaway channel. It's free. Oh, damn it. Google Talk earlier is a dude again. Yeah, ask Hamster. Hamster was there, and my cousin was there. Huh? Me?
Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1692, and be like, hey, you're off by a couple hundred years.
Guys, some news this morning that we should get to, obviously.
You want to pass the 150? Oh, yeah, I hope you fell. Dude, you're gonna be a dude until you actually said something. Huh? Did it ask for affiliate code? Oh. I think it's just a sign up. I don't remember asking. Because I signed up for myself too.
They're paying 13 times.
32% off is good, but it's too expensive for us. No, you don't. After you enter, they give you a 32% code upside, but don't use that.
Beverages on one side.
It's a good way to get all the data from people, though.
I don't. But that's the idea. Now, this was a 2018 deal that you guys remember. We talked about it right here when they bought this company, and now they're going to obviously be splitting, feeling that they get better multiples. They were at an inflection point when it comes to coffee. Obviously, there was a drought in Brazil. Now there's rain, but now there's tariffs. And a lot of coffee comes from Brazil. Nice. Sinatra. Yes. Yeah, one of his speaker, but it's the 50 Cent album.
He hasn't back pain. Oh, he's back. I didn't see it. I think Doc is still in the hospital. Yeah, he got the whatever the gallbladder removed, and then it got infected. Yeah, yeah. I told him he died. Give me his account. So let's see. Dude, save your money. Quit spending. How many TPT do you have, Google? Okay, get one more. You want to max that out, and then you want to get Trade A. Those are the two cheapest ones for daily payouts. 5 fund is the max you can get on TPT. No, Google passed a lot, I guess. Oh, Google's not doing Lucid. Google doesn't know how to use Project X. And I ain't got time to teach some airhead. I don't. Trump is signing some orders today in 15 minutes, so you might want to wait. Your short might be good because 3 minutes like it's gonna dump, so we just wait for a dump. I forgot to cancel because he's coming on. Gotta cancel everything out. Don't get caught. There we go.
The idea of talks between CSX and Burlington Northern about a deal in which Burlington Northern, owned by Berkshire Hathaway, would buy CSX. There have been none. People close to the situation tell me not any talks of any kind involving an actual acquisition. They haven't been approached. They haven't gotten an offer at CSX. And They also say if one came, we'd certainly be
Ooh, that drop. Look at that.
interested in taking a close look.
Yeah, Trump is on every day now. Freaking loser, man. I bet you people blowing up trying to buy the dip. Wow.
Obviously, Berkshire's run still by Warren.
What's better? Google to me, I love TPT. I ain't got a pay on Trader yet, so I can't tell you if I like it or not. But people got daily payouts on it, so it's good. But Trader, you need 7 days to pass. TPT is only 5 days, so to me, TPT is better. Yeah, you only get 3 accounts on Trade Day. You need to stop spending, though. You need to get some payouts before you keep spending. Spend less, get payouts, okay?
Not have to deal with the 2 or 3 days to change the rail from one company to another's rail system.
Yeah, you can't flip. You actually have to trade normally for 7 days, so no flipping, which is not good for us.
He's just talking about it, saying for it. Yes. And what he really comes out to say, show me the money. Yeah.
10 minutes, boys. 10 minutes. Oh, don't forget, Straight to Funding on ETF today on YouTube. The 50K Straight to Funded has a $5,000 buffer. Oh, DLL. Oh, not DL, DD. It starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. ETF. No, that can't win again. They got the Tradeify yesterday, so no. Yeah, very jealous.
Meantime, Berkshire has spent most of the summer beneath the 50-day and has managed to creep up about
Isn't it amazing people decided really was just the assets were just all warrants? We don't even know. David has been saying for many years now, you don't know who's buying what at Berkshire.
Oh.
No, I listen. I think
Yeah, enter those. Those are free.
UNP would want to own initially, and then they went for Norfolk. So then you got the Canadians who are going to be able to watch.
You remember they defenestrated the top of so
they threw them all out windows. Huh?
You think that's what Jay-Z was talking about? The one guy said he's giving out 1,000 accounts, but he's not really paying for it. Maybe My Fund if you just give him 1,000 to give out. If they can give out 20,000, they can give him 1,000 because he's a pretty big guy.
GDP numbers and, of course, on Friday, PCE income spending, UMISH, curves up across the board.
Good job, Sean.
Revisits 4-9. Stay with us.
BIMCO, a global leader in fixed income.
Yeah, don't rush to. Just get a payout. Who cares about the contest, you know? Don't be like QT. You gotta break that slump and get the payout, then keep getting more payout. Are you trading anything, Gambit? I'm just waiting. I ain't gonna mess with it. The 15 minutes looks like it's gonna go up now because it's oversold. But then with Trump coming on, I'm too scared.
Other window companies don't offer your
Here's the 15 minutes on the Discord chat. It's trying to go up.
Specific window openings.
Yeah.
Being custom built also means if you have any beautiful trim that you'd like to keep, we can install your window without impacting that trim. You won't get this with most vinyl windows.
and you offer a free window and patio door diagnosis.
We do.
Man, try to find and get out some freebies like this. This is some nice freebies. 20,000 of them. Oh, they said Trump's coming on again at 12 for some Korean guy. Dang, gonna be all day.
Easily open and close for years. And with multiple locking points on our patio doors, they provide even greater security.
That is so great to hear, Michael. Thank you. Before August 31st, buy one window or door and get the next one 40% off. That's 40% off. Plus, get an additional $45 off each window and door with no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest.
Good shit, Alex. There you go.
Call before August 31st to schedule your appointment. 1-800-918-0808. That's 1-800-918-0808.
I do hope you win, QT. I hope you win. I think it's getting it fixed. He posted a picture earlier. Someone's fixing it. Yeah. But the laptop's from 2016. That's way too old. Yeah. Yeah. 8 minutes, gang.
Kind of the global phenomenon that Netflix is good at building.
What did they know?
And then advertising it all around the globe.
If celebrities buy Netflix.
Stocks up about 1%. On a slightly red tape, Dow's down 100. Stop trading with Jim is next.
Tamara, Jay-Z, and Emma. No one puts more love into logistics than these three. You need them. They need a retirement plan. Work with principals so we can help you with a plan that's right for your team. Let our expertise round out yours.
You buy low, sell high. Jump on that trend. Ride the wave. Stop. That's not how investing works. Wealth isn't won in a bet. Luck is not a strategy, and success demands discipline. You're serious about investing, right?
Whoa, we have 12 boosts in this server? You got... It doesn't block mine with the Wi-Fi. Oh, who are you talking to? Who? No, who? Type it out. I can't hear you talking to. I don't hear anybody but you. Oh, he's... Well, I don't know why he's muted on mine. I'm sorry. Oh, I had you muted. I thought you were Google or something. My bad.
Your deck will have all weather protection. I mean, today's my it's so great. I've been telling you for months. There's been a lot of rain.
My bad. I was muting Google because of the mic earlier.
Thank you.
5 minutes. 5 minutes, boys. I wanted to dump to 23,000. No long. What's he signing though? He's signing something though. It's okay to have a dick.
Clothes dry. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen.
Jim, stop training. It's very rare you see this, but in public, and they do design software. I don't think they do AI design software. It's somewhat the competitor that we try to buy for 20 billion data coming out. That deal struck down. But the analysts come out, the neutral. And I think they're neutral, frankly, because this was
Let it push.
sort of way. I didn't use this Gen Z thing. Well, that's more like how they invest. I have air quotes around it. But this was very surprising to me. No one can support the stock given out how far it went up. And it's enterprise software, which is what, remember when enterprise
Where's
software?
Van? I hope he didn't blow his shit last night.
Like dinosaurs. Sort of ruled the world for hundreds of millions of years. Yeah. But where are they now? They did pretty well. Well, no, yeah, but right now they're not really fast. Not that they had a good run of success. Almost right now, like there's no like T-Rex in like you walk down Wall Street. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Yes. Jim, what's on tonight?
I gotta recover from Davis. Just gotta recover from shit. Nobody's had more success than the dinosaurs. All right, just a second. When dinosaurs ruled the world, Kurt Wolf is on tonight. Now he took over as a hostile kind of.
What about it? I think it takes a day because it's Tradeovate, so you have to wait to end the day for them to get all the data. Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure. I took what's his name a couple of a day, I think.
Mad Money, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. As we got the indices slightly red. VIX still sub 15. Stay with us.
After doing it all, a lazy boy refiner takes you from zero to lazy, melting it all away with comfort that doesn't quit. Feel for yourself.
Yeah, I gotta buy some more Trade Day too this month. I actually like the end of day better. I think I'll just buy that instead of the intraday. Yeah. Still got the funded on my end of day. Close to payout. I'm not touching it yet.
Never meant to be beautiful. I was teased against my teeth. I didn't like the person looking back at me in the mirror. I never thought I could have.
Dang, they're pumping this right before Trump. They know something. My 15 minutes correct. 23,490. Okay. Bot's not gonna long yet, so I went short before Trump. Yeah, since Friday, bot ate like 100 points, over 100 points. I was shorting last night, so did pretty good.
In just 72 hours, with nearly half feeling significant relief in just 15 minutes. No drugs, no side effects, it's reusable, and you have a money-back guarantee. It doesn't matter where you hurt. The cigarette.
Ooh, look at that pump. What news? What did he sign? Oh, 1,000 data? Okay. I want to short this shit. Wow.
a moment. The reality is the Fed is not independent. The Fed.
See, the next wall will be 727 when we get up there. That's a long way. It can happen. Trump's not on yet. That's just a housing data, Doc. Gambit. You sound half awake, Gambit. Come on, man. Your Vegas trip's coming in this week. My mother-in-law is in Vegas right now. Hell no. She's like, can I stay? I was like, nope. Spot. It's sold out. Thank you. You want my shirt, my ETF shirt. Oh, shit. Hey, will you play Baccarat for me? Alright. Yeah, stream it. Don't cheat my money, man. 100 on Banker, okay? Just put the money on Banker. That's it. Just put it on Banker.
It is still down 0.6% month to month and down 8.2% year over year. Why? Because June's number was.
Don't worry, they'll do it for you. You just sit there and you collect your money. Go to a place where have no commission on bankers. Yeah, I think El Cortez have no commission. Oh no, if you're playing $100, go to Bellagio. They have $100 or more. There's no commission on Baccarat. Yeah, they'll let him know if he wins or not. Botches went long.
Supply. So supply coming down is better. We need a balanced market, but again, the sales lower but better than expected. So it's kind of a strange report. Back to you.
Diana, thanks. I know, meantime, watching the reaction, the follow through to Friday's move, where we saw obviously Mike the small caps do quite well as all these renewed hopes that September's a go on the cut.
Exactly. They're not really giving back much of that gain. Obviously, the small cap versus 2000 up close to 4%. It was a fascinating response. I mean, I think
We have a dip. I might long after Trump because bot's long now. I'm gonna wait for a dip.
In terms of getting a cut or indications of a cut that was not fully anticipated, I think there was a rational and plausible case that Powell would be kind of neutral and non-committal more than he was, and so you didn't have the market priced fully for the idea that we're going to get a rate cut into a still relatively stable economy with financial conditions very loose, markets at their highest.
Yeah, what was it? Yeah, 527. Give us 500 again. Remember earlier I told you 15 minutes it's gonna pump, and it did. Yeah. Now the 3 minutes still have a little bit more, but it's close to overbought now, but not yet. But here's the 15 minutes.
Does it mean that the market is pretending we're early in something when we're not really all that early in terms of the
Yeah.
expansion, or is it just bullish? Because usually the forward implications of that are
Yeah.
bullish. It's also a global rally, non-U.S. stocks.
I'm trying to force a trade, but fuck that fucking NQ. Holy cow.
September, if we get that, it's going to be a mistake and it's going to flood inflation expectations.
Trump hasn't come on yet.
But it's definitely not necessarily immediately saying we need to ramp our inflation.
That Rose.
Exactly.
You sign up for the $1 billion giveaway on the giveaway channel? I tag everybody. Yeah. My Funded Future is giving out 20,000 accounts. Yeah, the link is in there. Just sign up. It's free. Mm-hmm.
the tax bill, and it's basically a gift of more free cash flow to the exact parts of the
Good shit.
economy and corporate sector that's been spending so freely and goosing economic growth because of the accelerated depreciation provisions in that. Yeah. So I agree with
Because you're
you.
American and he's not. Yeah, it's supposed to come on. Dude, that's a long time. Good job, though.
It's not really coming out of trough. And it's not as if we were so despondent that we got hope from the Fed. It's much more about the Fed's not going to be kind of dogmatic about waiting for tariff stuff to flow through to the inflation. The other piece of it is, maybe the focus on the inflation from tariffs was misplaced as opposed to just
Chipotle time.
3% inflation is fine. It's just kind of.
You got it, man. Just take your time.
Let's raise something because we focused on it briefly at the last earnings with AT&T and Verizon.
Okay, they gave me better graphics for the 33% off. Okay. Update.
We did get from AT&T and it was important. I mean, there was again to your
There we
point,
go.
immediate depreciation, CapEx is having a very positive impact. Now, some of these companies, like an Oracle, is spending so much that their free cash flow is just.
Not with Trump coming on. I'm gonna wait.
But I guess we're yet to hear commentary from a number of companies in terms of the real impact.
Me, Gambit. Bot's long, buddy. Want me to fade a bot? I'll fade a bot. Watch. Nah, fuck that. I'm fading a bot. Hold on. Let me get on my 150.
This year, and it's maybe not as big a sacrifice because you're going to get the help from taxes into next year. And, building into NVIDIA.
Take something with the kids.
That's all in the mix, and of course, that's a lot of looking on the bright side of things. We'll see if that is what plays out. And so we'll dig deeper into the markets in that vein. Joining us now.
Damn, look at that pump.
Founder, Dan Niles. Dan, it's great to see you. Let's start just with your read of the market reaction Friday, whether it makes sense to you and whether it's something that's going to set the tone for a little while longer or was just a blip.
No, I think it's going to set the tone for a little while longer. You could argue this market's been addicted to easy money since Lehman failed, and certainly since COVID hit when you had all that money jammed into the market. And I think the Fed has made it pretty clear that they're going to focus on whatever data they need to justify the cut. And, they focused on jobs, which is what I kind of figured, where they said, the last 3 months payrolls are up 35,000, and then last year they were 168,000.
Are you short?
2024. So,
Why's Trump taking so long to get on?
just like they did in 2020. CPI started the year at 1.4%. It ended the year at 7%. And the S&P was at 27% because people just desperately wanted to believe it was transitory and they liked the easy money. And so that's kind of how I'm viewing it right now, where you've got 3 Fed rate cuts probably coming this year, and investors want to believe.
Why you want to pay? Why you pay full price on Top Step though? It's just a waste of money. Oh, you got a discount. Okay. But the PA fee is expensive. Oh, get that payout.
Front-loading shipments, Apple shipped 600 tons of iPhones before tariffs kicked in.
Yeah.
And you have consumers worried about tariffs driving up prices, and we heard about that from Walmart, obviously. On
And that kind of money should get trade A or TPT.
as well. The positive is actually that in Q2, a lot of that got burned off, where within Q2, imports after being up 38% Q1 were down 30% year over year Q2. So there is some hope, which I didn't have before that, maybe if you get some more burn off in Q3, you get Q4 stock markets sitting at all-time record highs. You got the Fed cutting. Unemployment's obviously still pretty low, close to 12%. Maybe you could spend through that. We'll have to wait and see. In the near term, I'm very bullish.
I ain't doing nothing.
There's going to be a melt up in the market. And that's what's happening. And so that's kind of...
Just don't want to get caught with Trump when he comes on and then get a big flush or something.
Traditionally look to try to read exactly, where the prevailing winds are. I wonder, Dan, about your thoughts about this.
It is true, right? He is coming on, right? At 10? I'm supposed to be at 10? Okay.
How you think about it? Listen to what Kevin has to say about that.
The president has made it clear on the campaign that he thinks that in the end it would be great if the U.S. could start to build up a sovereign wealth fund. And so I'm sure that at some point there'll be more transactions, if not in this industry, in other industries.
Oh, yeah, that singing was horrible.
This notion that the government might be using Congress appropriated funds for the purpose of getting equity stakes, or however it might develop.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great for the U.S. to do that, but I want to avoid the U.S. strong-arming companies that don't need to have investments into getting investments and then having stakes from that. So I think that's the piece that kind of bothers me, and you don't want them changing the rules.
Yeah, I like it.
In the middle. Now, for Intel, they absolutely needed that one because they've got a very challenged balance sheet. They've got very big problems on cash flow. They're behind in technology. And so to some degree, they needed that to show that, hey, there is a big support in Uncle Sam sitting right behind it. And maybe that
I don't want to chase this long.
If you're talking TSMC,
What? No.
Me personally, I don't like where you're trying to strong.
I know, my wife is asking.
Mistakes and return for, concessions. So it just depends on every situation, like always.
Good short.
I guess the idea of
No, you're passing it right already.
national surplus, right? You have this money and you need to
Oh, you pass lose it or no?
It seems like
Good. Hope you blow up tomorrow. Hey, if you won 100K, I don't mind. I would cheer for you, but you're on a 150K, so fuck you.
So, you want to get that under control where you got $38 trillion, I think, right now.
Is it? Oh, wow, yeah, you're right. Negative 22%. I don't think I don't think he's on yet. Singing. Back to muting it.
Most economists would agree, looking back at several hundred years of history, that when you cross 90% debt to GDP, economies start to slow down in terms of growth. Bad things start to happen in interest rates. The good news is obviously we're the world's reserve currency. It's getting less so over time.
I can't hear you.
And that gives you a lot of benefits. So all these things, I think, work together. Let's focus on getting the deficit down versus putting even more money and putting it into a sovereign.
Dan, since we're talking big picture here, somebody who lived through the mid to late 90s, I believe, right? I mean, yeah, like the gray hair, right? I remember you were an analyst, obviously. A lot of people want to make comparisons and draw connections between the current period and that period. Obviously, as we started to learn the potential power of the internet, though much of it was long in coming, a lot of it did produce.
Are you done? Good. Shut the fuck up. I don't know what song that is. Yeah, again, I don't know what song that is. I know who she is. I'm short again.
Billions of dollars for a long period of time until they get to profitability. Now, some companies are seeing fantastic returns on this, like Meta.
Dude, Trump need to hurry up and get on.
So at some point, you need to get.
Holy crap, look at Tilray. How fish is looking. The weed stock, Tilray's up 18%. I'm gonna sell this last 500 shares.
$19.99, I think NASDAQ was up 86%. For 1999, it was up, I think, 24%. Is that amount? But it was up 24%.
Oh, the Tradify one? You should. That's a big money one. Remember, it's not eval, okay? It's funded, yeah. Good job. You up 600 on your Lucid? Good shit.
So we'll see if that continues. But you're trying to use that to hedge when you think of the real companies that are going to get slammed too in a downturn like a Microsoft or an Oracle. But that's how you're trying to match things up. So that's how I'm thinking about this from a much longer term perspective versus the next, through the end of the year.
Nah, I'm not short anymore.
I mean, look, Sam Nolan might agree with all that. He thinks he's going to be one of the survivors and everybody else falls away more. So we'll see how it goes. Dan, really appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
It's supposed to be 10.
Thanks, guys.
You have the YouTube link? Let me scroll up. Man, you guys chat so much. Thanks, Gambit. I saw it now. Let me post it on the YouTube so people know. Yeah, they're still waiting. Who said that? No, Trump hasn't got on yet, Andrew. We're still waiting. Everybody's green, right? Me too. Shut up. I blew the Lucid already. Jay-Z is the biggest DJ ever. Whoa, what's that? Okay, that's nice. Good shit, man. You doing really good lately, dude.
Stocks. I do everything else. The thing that I do best is taking complicated ideas and making them understandable. It's my favorite thing to do. When you're younger, you have
Damn, Google. Good shit.
My ambition is to remain at the cutting edge. I adhere to work hard, play hard. I'm a bit obsessive about it. I think if you're going to do something, you might as well do it well. Pete Gordon.
That's really good, Google. Good shit. What happened to your funding ticks, Google? What happened to your funding ticks? It's still $50, Google. I don't know if you can buy anymore. I think max is 6. Yeah, that's weird. They won't let you buy more than 6 per month. Is that true? Anybody know about funny ticks? Yeah. Because I can't even buy anymore, too. Oh, it's dipping for Trump.
PCE and some other numbers on tap later on this week. Randy, great to have you in.
Yeah.
We went through a lot of key lines on the Powell speech on Friday. Downside risks to the labor market, reasonable base case that tariffs are a one-off of sorts.
You resets for price, though.
Yeah, I think, remember you've been saying wait and see. Well, they've waited, and now they haven't seen really much from the tariffs. And that's something I think a number of us have been talking about for a while, that it's much more likely to be a one-off. I mean, imports are only about 12% of U.S. GDP. So even if you raise tariffs significantly on them, that's not going to have that much of a price impact. And what we've learned over the last few months is this is going to be not all at once, but over time. And so I think...
Yeah, stop spending Google. Just save your money. Get some payouts first.
Does that mean you think the biggest upside risk is that the job numbers are a little bit than we thought for August, or that the inflation numbers?
Yeah, I told you earlier. I'm doing the ETF straight to funded. No. Yeah, you actually are. Yeah, because you want to trade it. No. That's subscribe only. No, you're not banned.
We'll obviously get some more information. My guess is what we'll see is in some of the categories like furniture and others that are heavily impacted by imports, they'll move up a bit.
So you got nothing else to trade, Mugo? Holy shit. You woke up early. Damn. Nothing else is good except for trade day.
Really changed in the numbers in that equation, but I guess he has confidence that Friday's PCE, based on the inputs, is not going to show a flare up, and I guess he has to be attentive to the fact that unemployment might go up from here.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Those revisions to the employment numbers, I think, really changed the Fed's forecasts. And you should be making your policy not based on the numbers today, which are always in the rearview mirror, but where things are going. And I think they've revised where they think the labor market is going. And so I think that's
I'm still waiting on Trump still.
Some lot of discussion today about long-term unemployed. I think the share of unemployed that have not had...
You want to do the race now? Since we're waiting on Trump. Let me get it. Let me set it up for people to get the entries in. So this is going to be a long time for Trump to come on.
When you look at unemployment rates for kids, essentially teenagers.
Let me get this set up.
Do you think technology is creeping into that space?
It's really hard to tell. I get all different kinds of reports. So far, it's all anecdotal. Some is like, oh, wow, coding is taking off. Everybody can be a coder now. Other people saying, oh, well, you only need one coder to do the job of 3 or 4. So, and there are a lot of new opportunities that are coming up. We haven't really seen the impact yet.
What's your view on the Fed's balance sheet at this point in terms of how much and by how quickly it should be reduced, if at all?
So, obviously, they're...
Get your tickets in.
Exactly where they're going to stop. I think so far they haven't seen any disruptions in the markets.
YouTube moron.
Continue to go basically the pace that they're going. I think that's appropriate. It seems reasonable to continue to pull back a bit on that, but
I'm not gonna trade until Trump is done. I'm gonna wait. Yeah.
PMIs, best since 22 on manufacturing at least. Do you think there's an argument budding that we're going to see an acceleration in economic activity even as the Fed tries to cuddle it?
It'd be great if we could have the ideal of,
How many orders at 600? A lot or no?
We'll have to see. That would be the ideal, that we can have the classic soft landing.
so far we've been having that. I think a lot of that has been because of all the investment related to AI, because there's so much excitement about that. Yeah, I think if that changes, then I think the economy is going to these positive numbers are going to
What the fuck are you singing?
One of the takeaways from Powell's remarks on Friday was that he was implicitly endorsing Governor Waller's view that you can look through the tariff inflation and get less restrictive along the way. Do you think that if you buy into the idea that he's leaning to boost Waller's potential candidacy as chair?
I don't think he's trying to boost anybody's potential to replace him. I think he's calling it as he sees it. And I think, as you know, I've been talking with you guys for a while, and I'm on this.
I mean, at least you can sing better than Google.
It's just not that larger percentage GDP, and as these things come out, it's gradual. And also, people pivot. If something goes up by 20%, they'll look for an alternative. So even if it's 20% tariff on that 12%, that's 2.5%. But people are going to find other ways around it, so it's not going to be as much. So I don't think he was particularly trying to endorse. I think he was endorsing the idea because the data are consistent with it, but not in particular Waller versus anyone else.
Right. Although I think Waller and Marsh are
Okay.
still leading on a lot of the markets, which we each love to track. And it's good to have the end. Oh, it's good to be here. Randy Crossman. All right, so look at the latest industry getting hit by tariff concerns and what it means for your wallet. Plus, NVIDIA, the key earnings report this week, hearing from the analyst who has one of the highest price targets.
Don't blow up, Gambit. What you like, cuz? Let me see what we have. Okay.
I'm Jay Jackson. For almost 20 years, Abacus Life
Anything for you, my cousin. That's Nancy.
In just seconds, you can use the free calculator at abacuspace.com to learn what your policy might be worth.
The premiums were getting unreasonable.
We just didn't need the coverage anymore. Don't sell or lapse your policy without going to abacuspace.com first. There are no
Thank you, just chopping.
Get the real value for your insurance when you need it with Abacus.
Rather than get rich quick, I believe in get rich slow. The high yield cash account at Public actually had higher rates than anything else I was able to find online.
You're long?
I don't want to be losing sleep over
Wow.
having made risky investments. I needed something stable.
Okay, I got us a new thingy to race.
Benefits. I know my money's working hard for me, and I know I can access it anytime I need it.
There's no Asian guy that sings that type of music.
Gold coins are as bright and shiny as the day they were struck, and less than 400 of these gold coins are available. Experts are calling the secret U.S. gold coin discovery a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you could own a piece of the whole dated gold coin featuring Lady Liberty with an Indian war headdress and a majestic eagle with limited availability.
Wait, is that Luke? No way. He's fixing his laptop.
Free bonus over a $55 value, free with every order. Call 1-888-870-6353 to secure your 1932 $10.
Oh, you already got it? Good shit, Cajun. Nice. It took, what's his name, 2 days because... Oh, that's good. Americans that get it faster.
Past the hour, three big movers we're watching this morning. Chinese e-commerce player Pinduoduo in the green after better than feared results there. Shares of call center software.
We got 24 minutes until the giveaway.
Furniture stocks are down after the president said his administration has launched an investigation into imported furniture, which could lead to some new tariffs on a wide range of products. Speaking of which, let's get to Megan Casella with the latest out of Washington on those tariffs. Hey, Megan.
Oh, shut the fuck up. I'm just joking. I didn't say that, okay? Yeah, I was thinking it.
Now, I've been talking to folks inside the building this morning about that to try to get more clarity on exactly what to expect. And a few top lines here. The main one being this is not going to be a new investigation into furniture imports. This will actually stem from the ongoing national security probe launched at the start of this year into lumber and timber imports.
I know you know those songs from Paris by Night. Was it Paris at Night? Oh, what's the name? Is it? Oh, it's Paris by Night. Yeah, yeah. I used to watch that with my mom. Yeah, it was actually good back in the days. Oh, that guy?
On all imports from Vietnam. Whatever the new tariff would be, it would just be instead of that 20% rather than on top of it. And again, wrapping up within 50 days, that increase could be in place as soon as October 11th. But as you mentioned, stocks really taking a hit since Friday on this. Some furniture companies taking a hit here. So even
I
though
know.
it's a new investigation, it does under.
Wait, who was that singing? Was that Google? That's a deep ass voice.
Of new tariffs for the industry as soon as just a couple months from now, guys.
I know Don Ho.
CNBC News update. Silvana now has that for us. Hi, Silvana.
Cashless bail for arrested suspects in Washington, D.C.
Oh, nothing big about the orders that he's gonna sign.
If the district does not end the policy which allows people to be released to await trial without posting bail. ICE took Gilmar Abrego Garcia into custody early this morning after an immigration check-in. The check-in was part of the conditions of his release from the
You don't need point, Kelsey.
mistaken deportation to El Salvador. The Trump administration announced its intention to deport him to Uganda over the weekend. And France summoned American Ambassador Charles Kushner to Paris after he wrote a letter to President Emmanuel Macron alleging the country had not taken sufficient action to combat anti-Semitism. France's
There's 60 tickets now.
Kushner was summoned to appear today over the criticism, which they called unacceptable.
That's a lot.
Meantime, the Trump administration
Yeah.
has officially taken a 10% stake in Intel. Talk more about what that means for shares, which are now up big in August and on the year.
No, it's a 60.
90% of the street calls NVIDIA a buy ahead of earnings this week. We're going to get you ready with one analyst that says shares can still rally 30% from here. After a short break.
I can tell. That makes you so hyper. We can tell. Like, just shut the fuck up. I'm just kidding, dude.
Sustainably sourced, meticulously crafted. The pinnacle of conscious comfort. Because luxury isn't just how it feels, it's how it's made.
I'm younger. Yeah.
Avocado. Dream of better.
I am, yeah. I'm only 37. I'm not 37. No, I'm not 37.
We just released on our third stop. CustomMade.com to get new uniforms with all the locations.
Ew.
Check out great products, uploaded new art, and have box boxes sent to all the shops. Customing makes it so easy. Get started today.
Someone do the math. What is that?
Connect us to what's important. A dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors, backed by a team of specialists.
No way.
Helps you build a personalized, tax-smart investment strategy, identifying opportunities across your entire portfolio. And life surprises you. Because doors were meant to be opened.
When life calls for more, Mazda answers. With more adventure, more grit, and confidence. The Mazda CX-50, assembled in America, and the Mazda CX-5. Discover more at the Mazda Summer Sales Event. Current inventory remains unaffected by new tariffs.
Take advantage of one of these
What?
offers during the More to Move You sale.
84. It's hard to tell because, well, I'll tell you later. I don't want to say it on YouTube. I want to short real quick. I'm short of 560. Dang. Wait, are you touching the apex with the painting payouts or no? Wow, you're brave touching it when it's pending. I'm not touching mine. Does it still count as one day because you're trading it? Oh. Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
China, especially given the fact that it's not clear the Chinese government.
We got 16 minutes. Not yet. You can blow in one day. Only DLL. But I think everybody's green.
Keep it in our model or not. Most people are thinking sort of like AMD did, where it's more prudent to kind of keep it out. It's at least 10% of sales and 10% of EPS. It was running at about an $8 billion.
NQ is overbought now, I think.
So
close to it on a 3 minute.
Most people didn't have much in it for the quarter that's coming up, the October quarter. But we were hoping that it would be a big boost.
ES is still bad, but NQ is pretty good. It's almost green. Yeah.
Because the Chinese government's a little upset about some of the things our commerce secretary
Order
said.
canceled. Order submitted.
They do. So there's no real replacement
Sam.
for the chips. Huawei and some of the other domestic so-called competitors can't really compete here.
Hey, I like that song.
In our opinion, we've seen a lot of fodder around the Huawei chips, and they just really don't stack up. I think that really the key here is that an American
I got out of the short.
so that China can't get that and export that to Europe and our allies. And I think that the administration knows that. And I do feel right now that even the H20 is well ahead of what they have, and especially the software stack. There's a lot of things you can do with the CUDA stack that helps you optimize the chips. Even
Good stuff, Chris. I really hope they pay you. Yeah, because that's a lot of work you're doing. They don't pay you. We gotta kick their ass.
If in fact it's going to be the
Stay away.
stack that's running things globally. But if you were to present that to the Chinese authorities,
Yeah.
are they willing to just buy into that, or do they feel as if having access to chips now is going to be a bridge
Too new.
to something down the road they can develop domestic?
Only for free stuff is okay.
Well, look, I think right now globally, you got
Sooner or later, someone's gonna rug pull because all this FX firm is going dirt cheap, undercutting everybody. 4 minute race? Yeah, we can do that. It's straight to funded. Let me go pee and I'll start the race. I'll be back.
TPUs, and the more compute right now, the better, and you can get ahead. And
China is innovating with models that have certain techniques that don't gobble up as much compute, but I think more compute right now is the way to go. And so I do feel like we got to find a happy medium here, because if you don't invest right now and get the models and get your economy right sized for AI, you could fall behind. So China's in a bit of a conundrum here. I think they do need the chips. It's just there's some face saving involved right now that you kind of wish didn't have to happen. But I think eventually Jensen will get his chips in there, hopefully by the fourth quarter.
You know, Ben, there's this brewing narrative that AI data centers, an interesting map today out of Bloomberg, is severely affecting the rate of change of electricity pricing, especially in the Mid-Atlantic and up here in the Northeast, New Jersey, New York. And I wonder, are you sort of looking to a period where the AI build-out gets some populist pushback because of what it's doing to utility prices?
Let me see. We got 10 minutes left. Let's just wait. Yo, Google, talk on the mic, Ben.
These products from Jensen like crazy, and into the fourth quarter even, we should see some big sequential growth with the Blackwell Ultra. So the key question for Jensen is going to be, what are we doing about power, Jensen? What
Bye, buddy. Have fun at work.
per watt, which is the key metric, so that we can flex the grid. Because really, in my opinion, power is the factor. And
What'd I do? What?
At least 30 gigawatts
Fuck you, Gambit.
to be added to satiate AI workload demand.
You know, last week you're crying like a little bitch. I'm gonna go to work now. I need to find a job. It's like, shut the fuck up. You made $7 grand.
And the laws and everything. And I think that we did see some rates increase.
Yeah, it was whining. Nah, you go have fun, dude. You deserve it. Yeah, last month you spent $0.
Need to work with the power, the grid, all his suppliers and all his folks to optimize this and make sure he can grow.
Interesting point. Obviously, canceling a wind project off the coast of Rhode Island probably not helping things. Then let me end with you on Intel if I can. The U.S. government owns 10% of the company now. A, does Intel need more capital? And B, do you think that the U.S. government will actually make money on that investment?
Well, I think it's interesting they could make money. I think that, look, I do, just as a capitalist myself, kind of understand where the president's coming from. I mean, giving away grant money and then having tough milestones to hit, this is probably a better motivator. Plus, in terms of shareholders, they do benefit from being able to lower debt much quicker. And it's not, there is dilution, but it could be accretion because now people realize the U.S. government's not going to let them fail. But Intel has to execute here. I mean, they're losing share to AMD hand over fist in the enterprise for server CPUs and even in PCs. And they
Alright, let me get this right started. I'm closing the entries.
And so maybe 2-3 years from now, we need to have
Okay,
customers
close
with
it.
this 14A.
Okay, there we go.
It's uncertain. We don't know who's coming, and nobody's into charity. Nobody's going to go with Intel for charity. You have to have a really darn good product and be able to make chips. This is life or death.
You got this. Alright, I'm gonna set it up.
So they have to execute. It's good they have the money. I think they'll survive. And they got to execute.
You wanted 4 minutes on the race?
All right, Ben, leave it there for today, but I always appreciate it.
Alright, let me get it started.
Dr. Pepper, one of the worst performers on the S&P in early trading. We'll get more on their new deal. It's driving.
Alright, you guys ready? Alright. Yeah.
Medium, our ETFs use today's best ideas to help bring tomorrow's goals within reach. Our broad suite of over 50 low-cost ETFs is backed by 150.
I'm gonna start it now. Let's go. Good luck. I want the blue one to win. I don't know. I just like blue. Yeah, basically, yeah. Did you type Bugatti? It should be in there. Yeah, just copy and paste, so it should be in there. I see TD's coming up. Go, TD. Last 10 seconds is when it's gonna start picking up. I see OD coming up. I think I see you, Poker. I think I do see you. You're at the bottom. Yeah, all the way in the back. Yeah, way in the back. You got 2 minutes. See? Look, you see yourself? I see you. It's YouTube too. It's not just Discord, it's YouTube. Yeah. I don't see Gambit at all. Oh, where's my blue? Blue's not winning. Come on, blue. I see Chris. Yeah, 10 seconds when it's gonna hit. I don't see Lynn on here. Gotcha. That's Steve. Get it, Trader Nest. Look, Trader Nest is coming up. Let's go. Oh, I actually like the color on Lynn. It looks like yellow to me. I like that. Oh, it's Lynn, number 1. Zelda, you can't win again. Oh, Ty came in! Holy snap! Wow! Nice, Ty. No, it's not Jay-Z, but I know Ty got the points. He's been here for a long time.
Barclays this morning writing, quote, innovation is key in coffee to stimulate growth.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you got 30 points, so you're good. Congrats, Ty. I had to get the codes from ETF first, and I'll send it to you, but give me a DM so I can message you. It's always the last 10 seconds. I actually thought Lim was gonna win.
It's about 13.2 times adjusted EBITDA, 10.5 times they say when they rolled in those 400 million in synergies, but not insignificant multiple. And then, of course, it undoes essentially.
Yeah, that was a good race.
Undoes what was the acquisition that created this company in the first place back in 2018 with the expected split, as Kate just indicated, between beverages, so to speak, and coffee.
So you always assume the existing shareholders owned it or in part that
Oh, Trump is? Okay.
Is going to be the coffee. Probably suggest there's more long-term pressures on that business versus maybe a smaller beverage company. But yeah, I do think it's a little bit a matter of now you're exposed to sort of a different set of key drivers than you.
Doesn't show he's on.
Fairly deleveraged,
Oh.
but that may also be giving some investors pause.
And JAB kind of being on both sides of the trade is interesting.
Although they are getting out, obviously, a lot.
Getting out
Yeah.
more than they're
getting in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, still to come. I'll look at one cryptocurrency long overshadowed by Bitcoin, but now hovering just off all-time highs in a moment. Plus, next hour, a closer look at Netflix, one of today's top gainers on the NDX, mounting its first box office win with K-pop Demon Hunter dominating weekend ticket sales. Swap up the street. I'll be right back.
Only ServiceNow connects every corner of your business so people can do all their work on one platform. No more mindless swivel chairing between platforms.
Or swivel chairing between apps.
No more swivel chairing.
I don't feel so good.
What does he do here again?
Mostly that kind of stuff.
We push me back.
When it's time to start your business, it's time for Shopify. Designed with easy to customize themes, sell everywhere people shop.
Oh, he is talking. Yeah, there's no volume on his thing. Oh, is it working? Okay, let me switch out.
Because you're so proud of your country, you love it, and then you get murdered, your son gets murdered, you get murdered in the media, you get murdered. Many of you have been mugged in Washington, you just don't want to talk about it. And I know that every time I do this with you, you almost everything, but every time I do this with you, people are saying to yourselves, he's right, and then you write a negative story. But we are doing an incredible job. The people behind me are amazing. We're working very well with the Washington Police Commission. The DC National Guard is unbelievable. We're also getting tremendous help from Secret Service. And we are at a point where Washington is booming again. People are pouring in, like we haven't seen for years. Nobody wanted to come. They didn't want to come here and get murdered. I have a friend of mine who is a very successful son. And I said, where is your son going to be this weekend? He said, he's going to Washington with his friends. I said, really? I just wanted to do it for 4 years, but he couldn't do it.
I sent you a DM on Twitter, so I'll let you know later.
And he ended up staying 3 nights, going out to the restaurants all 3 nights. He said it was so beautiful, so peaceful. Because all the criminals are either arrested or they're hiding. And we're finding the ones that are hiding. So I want to thank Pam Bondi. I want to thank our Vice President. I want to thank everybody standing behind me. Because they are really, Yaddy has been unbelievable, by the way. They've been unbelievable.
Who was that?
DC's now in great shape. I'm going to be
Hi.
working with Clark Construction, which is by far your biggest construction.
I gotta go buy a TV for my mom's stuff. Yeah, the TV. I guess the nursing home texted me, said the TV is broken, so I had to buy a new TV for them. Yeah.
And then they spent 5 years in building the new
They're
one.
doing fine. I mean, not fine, but you know, Samo.
Millions of dollars on a road. I'll spend about $2, and it'll look better. So we're going to be replacing medians. We're going to be replacing much of the asphalt in the road, which is in the city, which is in bad shape. We have great stripers. We have great contractors, but we have to let them do the thing. The Congress has said that they'll give us whatever money is needed to fix up the Capitol. This is the Capitol. And we're not going to spend a lot. It's going to go fast. And it will be spotless. And we wanted spotless for the World Cup and for the Olympics. You saw the World Cup was here the other day. And come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup. In fact, it's solid gold. That's actually solid gold, so heavy that some of the people in this room wouldn't be able to lift it.
Later, buddy.
I think what I'm going to do is place it right above the angel. Solid gold. Look right up there. Look at that. There's a solid gold.
Bye, buddy.
They know how to get to me. Yeah.
Later, bud.
I like the angel. So we're going to sign, and then we'll take a few questions, and we'll tell you how good a job we're doing. We want to go from here to other places, but I was telling some of the people that in a certain way, you really want to be asked to go. You know, I could march in on the city and
Who was that? Oh, that's Cajun. Oh no.
The water come down from the Pacific Northwest, which you guys don't want to write about. I had to break into the water supply to let the water down. And even now, we want more. You know, much more. It's less than half of what should be coming in. I don't know, they have a political thing about it. It's like the craziest thing I've ever seen. But I don't like going to a town, city, place, a state, and then be criticized by some corrupt or incompetent governor where crime is rampant. Like, take a look at D.C. Crime was rampant. It was at the all-time worst. It got really bad during the Biden 4 years.
Tempted to short because we're old bot right now. But 3 minutes, 15 minutes got more upside.
Years where that's happened. They haven't seen that happen in years, and then people stand up and.
What do you say? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
She's not that bad. She's better than most.
Nice.
You know, people I watched in Illinois, Chicago, Illinois is a disaster. Property there, it's a disaster. What's going on in Chicago? And you get Pritzker, he's violating our rights. I think this is another men and women's sports. You know, they call them 80-20 issues. I call them 97-3. I think the Democrats better get smart. And, you know, politically, I hope they don't. But actually, in terms of love for the country, I hope they do. Because
order filled, order submitted.
Take a quick short, real quick.
I'm thinking about, you know, when I have some slob like
order canceled.
There you go. I haven't touched my funded yet. Oh, my TPT Pro.
And they say, we don't need him, freedom. He's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense and a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities,
order
and then you send in to, instead of being praised, they're saying you're trying to take.
So this Trump thing is just nonsense, right?
But I'm really saying, say this to
Pretty much. I'll shut him up. Go back to my TV news. Later, buddy. Good shit, man. Love you. Yes, sir. Later, swole guy.
Charlotte AI gets smarter. Your business stays safer, so you can build for tomorrow with confidence.
What do we do now?
That's why the businesses you trust CrowdStrike.
Not really. Yeah, still negative.
Please stop breaches. Age-related memory decline? Meet new QNOL Brain Health, the first and only tablet to combine 2 high-absorption ingredients, clinically shown to improve memory, focus, attention, and more. Trust QNOL for more comprehensive brain health support.
You did it. You took an ID on a napkin.
Yeah, it's $37, but we always buy at $26, so it's not really a deal. You know what I mean? Google? Homie? You know your phone has a free mic, right? It's easy to just speak than type.
Because there's nothing.
I don't know. It's catfishing, man.
To share insights, information,
I know.
all of the details you need to
I just block Google, be easier. if it's not on your dashboard, you probably don't get anything. But don't say anything.
Is this your dream of retirement? How about this week, Dean? I like fishing. Or is this
Yeah.
more your style? Retiring well isn't a guarantee, it's a goal. It's easy when markets
I mean, they would. They gave Google a free reset for messing up.
Retirement Survival Kit featuring
Right, Google?
surviving market volatility, our stock market outlook, plus the Fisher Investments difference. 3 indispensable guides. Yours free for calling 1-800.
Come on, give me a flush.
Fisher Investments will help see you through the market's ups and downs. And give you
No, he says he's near passing.
These are structured so we do better when our clients do better. Call now for your
Oh yeah, eval. Yeah, he did. It's cheaper. It's only $100. I don't know what happened last night because he was up a lot, but he said he kept it long, and I think we flush overnight. So he didn't. He's not. He hasn't been on. So we'll see later when he comes on.
Orders submitted. Switch. Orders submitted. Free trial today.
Yeah, but you know, Van, you want to pass him one day. That boy's like the biggest DJ ever. Him and Mughal. $550? That's good. How you know if it's sell or buy? Oh, you bought the ETF, Google? Come on, dump this Ponzi. There we go, baby. There we go. Give me my money. Let me end the stream so I can focus on trading. Good luck, guys. See you tomorrow.